you have just recently kind of gotten on board as investors, and yet this was a long time in the making. This was something that you took your time to kind of really decide about. What was it?
Well, when you're going to give money to people, you want to make sure that it's going to be invested properly and that it's going to be in the right place. So we've known Mike for a long time, but because we were basically looking into ways to diversify our portfolio, we didn't just want to stick with the traditional investments like with the big banks, but look for some other opportunities. And the way Mike explained everything to us, providing very detailed answers to our questions about the board of directors and how the fund works, really convinced us that this was a good place for us to put some of our money aside.
We asked the questions and we were really happy with the answers that Mike provided for us. We've known him for a long time. We know his background in banking and finance and investments is very strong. So he was able to very clearly articulate for a non-investor type what the issues were and what the information was, and we checked back with our own financial advisor, and we had the answers to the questions and we went ahead and did it.
For starters, I always say that don't invest in product, invest in people. So every single investor that we have within Advanced Mortgage Investment Corp is someone who has sat with us, they get to know us, they understand us. We share stories about what they did, where they earned their money, how they invest it, keeping in mind that every single time we take money from an investor, it needs to be a suitable investment option for them.
From the broker side, placing people's money, getting them the financing that they're in the situation at that time and what their options are, but also knowing the process behind the scenes from the investor side, for me, the process behind the scenes to ensure the investments are well looked after.
So for us, it really comes down to building a relationship. Nobody wants to invest money with people that maybe they just get a different kind of feeling for, or there's not a connection. So for us, really getting to know somebody and getting to know them on a personal level is key.
We pick up our phone, we answer our email. People call us up, they got their statement, they need help understanding it. Sure, no problem. Do you want to do it over the phone? Would you like to come back in and see us? I think that's what makes us different. It's great when people feel confident in us and say, yes, I want to proceed. Oftentimes they're talking about, coming back after the end of the first meeting, which is fantastic. What's really great is when your phone rings 6 months later and it's Mr. So-and-so saying, by any chance are you doing another closing soon? I'd really like to give you some more money. It feels good.
It was also a little bit about thinking outside the box.
Right. So there's a lot of volatility in the market, and that was one of the things that appealed to us about this type of investment, is you're less subject to some of that volatility. So when you look at your investments on a day-to-day basis, or a week-to-week or month-to-month, you're not seeing some of those dramatic fluctuations. And that also gives you peace of mind and gives you a little more sense of control of how your investments are doing.
And it's better for your blood pressure.